Hi everyone, my name is Rae Sheridan, and I am an interdisciplinary artist and art historian. Today I will take you on a journey to explore the esoteric and magical symbolism in Islamic art between 1600 and 1800. Islamic art is well known for its intricate designs and vibrant colors. However, there is much more to it than just aesthetic beauty. In this period, Islamic artists often incorporated symbols and motifs with deeper meanings, many of which were rooted in Sufism's mystical and esoteric beliefs. One common symbol in Islamic art from this period is geometric patterns. These patterns were believed to have mystical properties and were used to access higher states of consciousness. For example, the intricate interlacing of geometric shapes in Islamic art were thought to symbolize the interconnectedness of all things in the universe. These geometric motifs can also be found in Islamic artifacts. These geometric motifs can be seen illustrated in this case. This case would have held miniature Quran created in Iran during the Kahar period or 19th century Common Era, and had an octagonal shape. It is made of steel and silver alloy with inlaid gold and silver floral embellishments that have partially oxidized. The two tiny heart-shaped rings affixed to the case's sides suggest that the holy contents may have been fastened to an arm or sewn onto clothing. Several small Qurans were attached to military flags and carried on battlefields to protect soldiers. Miniaturized Quranic texts have been produced for many years, beginning in the first centuries of the Islamic era. Smaller Qurans were typically used for personal purposes. Another symbol commonly seen in Islamic art is the use of calligraphy. Calligraphy was often used to spell out verses from the Quran, but it was also believed to have mystical properties. The fluid lines of the calligraphy were thought to represent the path of the soul, and the curves of the letters were supposed to symbolize the twists and turns of life. Seen here is the Chinese Quran with florals. This manuscript is a fine example of Quran production in China, most likely produced during the Qing dynasty. These pages are exquisitely edged in Chinese floral motifs that stand out because of the vivid colors of crimson, green, and gold. The phrases Allah states and the Almighty are written in a circle design in swirling letters at the top of each border. This is also distinctive due to the Chinese pagodas engraved with the phrases Quran Karim, the noble Quran, on each corner. By now, I'm sure you're noticing a distinct floral motif present in all of these pieces of work. Flowers were common symbols, as well as other botanical motifs in Islamic art. These were often used to symbolize the fleeting nature of life, as well to evoke a sense of the divine. For example, the use of tulips indicated a path to enlightenment, while the rose was supposed to represent the beauty of the divine itself. In this example of floral botanical motifs, we have been looking at the Rothschild carpet, which was created between 1580 and 1620 Common Era. This textile was created in Isfahan, and it was created while the Safavids and carpet manufacturers ruled Iran and were given significant assistance by the imperial dynasty. Some of the finest specimens of Iranian carpets can be found from the 16th and 17th centuries. Shah Abbas specifically ordered the establishment of carpet weaving and knotting workshops in the nation's capital city of Isfahan around the beginning of the 17th century. This carpet has been linked to Isfahan-based seminars in the first half of the 17th century based on its structural and stylistic traits. The rich, glossy red background, skillfully knotted woolen pile on silk and cotton substrate, and the colorful, dense decoration of stylized floral and vegetable themes. Tulips were a prevalent symbol in Islamic art between 1600 to 1800, and they held a special significance for the artists and patrons of that time. Tulips were often used to symbolize a path to enlightenment and evoke a sense of divinity to the viewer. For example, in many pieces of Islamic art from this period, you'll see tulips arranged in an intricate pattern, symbolizing the interconnectedness of all the things in the universe, much like the geometric patterns that we talked about earlier. The tulip's beauty and fragility also illustrated life's fleeting nature. It reminded viewers to appreciate the present moment and strive towards spiritual enlightenment. The work seen here is of a pink tulip from an unknown artist from 1708 to 1709. Another aspect of tulips in Islamic art is their color. Tulips were often depicted in bright, vivid red, yellow, and blue hues. These bright colors were believed to represent the beauty of the divine and were meant to evoke a sense of awe and wonderment in the viewer. Tulips can be seen adorning this miniature of Fath Ali Shah. Compared to life-size portraits of the Kohar ruler, this miniature depicts Fath Ali Shah as marked, fuller-faced and with a much shorter beard, but his straight eyebrows in Kohar art are a mark of male as well as female beauty. These are immediately recognizable. Instead of the Kyanid crown he invented, he wears a tall Astrakhan hat decorated with an agriette in the form of an early 17th century Mughal turban pin. This miniature is signed by the artist Bakir, an artist of remarkable versatility who worked for Fath Ali Shah. He worked to a consistently high standard in oils on canvas, miniatures, book illumination, and lacquer. Once again, we see the floral motifs very prevalent in Islamic art. In this piece titled Sleeping Youth, we see a young teenager surrounded by lush gardens, wines, and luxuries. This scene is depicted as outside the palace walls of Shah Abbas. The gold inlays and the floral motifs give a sense of luxuriating inside a verdant garden. Here the figure is seen taking off his prestigious sash and napping outside the walls of just for a mere moment, forgetting all the trials and tribulations of being part of the high society. Once again, we can see the careful detail that has been paid attention to all the florals surrounding the figure, denoting the importance of them in Islamic culture. I want to thank you all so much for joining me throughout this video. Through our examination of these symbols, we've seen how Islamic artists have used florals to convey profound spiritual meanings that add and invoke a sense of divinity and fragility in their work. These symbols serve as a testament to the richness of the Islamic tradition and the timeless power of art to convey profound spiritual truths to the viewer.